Hello and welcome to my channel, Everything and Anything. Today we are going to talk about a little bit new topic. It's going to be about aquariums. So today's project is actually about converting this kind of aquarium, which I have the water clean. I have a few shrimps there, but the aquarium doesn't seem to be good for looking inside since it's a round thing. Here, this one is super nice. It's perfectly clear water. There are a few plants and a few fish. Today we're gonna focus on these two. We'll put some gravel there. These ones I just bought in IKEA. Super cheap, €5. The way I do the aquariums in this video is very easy. Anyone can do it, or even some people who already have aquariums and they don't want to invest some money. Then this is very cheap and good option. So this is the step one. I'm going to take these two ponds or aquariums, whatever, boxes, and I'm gonna clean them really nicely with just water, just to flush out any maybe oils or chemicals or dirt which might be there since they're like brand new. Now I have them cleaned and I'm going to use some gravel or soil, as you can see, like this one. You can use pretty much any kind of soil, just remember to wash it good. I'm gonna use the same one as I have in the big aquarium. So I will use this soil. It's specifically for aquariums, but does not necessarily need to be. And just remember to wash it. So I successfully washed the soil, and now I'm just gonna scoop it into the tanks, and let's see if I would need actually more soil or this is going to be enough. So I'm gonna put in both something. This much of soil should be kind of enough, so it's like one thumb and something, but I would like to put a little bit more. It's always good to put a little bit more. You can also plant some plants later. And the soil, the idea of soil is that there are some bacteria which also help to digest some fish poop or shrimp poop, whatever you like really. So they can, all the beneficial bacteria can actually live inside the sand. Now that I have desired level of soil, as you can see, it's like almost double the thumb, so it will be easy to plant some plants. This is how it looks in a little bit better light. Now it is finally time to put some water in the tanks. I'm just using the tap water. It's just fine for the first time. We just need to set it up. After adding the water to the tanks, the water of course it's gonna be a little bit blurry, so I will just wait for a little while for the sand and everything to rest at the bottom. So this is kind of how it looks from the top. So now it's not so much transparent, I mean, you can still see outside, so after the water clears it will be much better. And I'm also going to plant few small plants there, just so there is some life. And also, if you have another aquarium when you are cleaning, and you can and also if you have, guys, another aquarium at home, you can use the dirty sponge, just a little bit squeeze it here, so all the beneficial bacteria which is in the sponge goes in there. So now you can see the difference. That's all what I added. Don't worry, I mean, it's dirt in a sense, but it will help to start a new aquarium, because all the aquariums for the clean water, they need also some bacteria. So this is all good. Just a little bit of it, sprinkle around, and like in few hours the water will be perfectly clear. As I promised at the beginning of the video, these aquariums or ponds will be very low tech. So I'm not going to put there any filter, any heating, any light, nothing. I have just light from the window, so that's gonna help a little bit the plants to grow. Of course, I'm gonna use the plants which are easy to take care of, so I don't need to add any fertilizers or anything. I only added the air stone for a little air to have in the tank. It's always good. So I just divided one tube into two, and since they are both same with same level of water, it just works. As you can see, there is a lot of dirt swimming. So idea of this is to leave it as it is for at least 2 days or even 3, it doesn't really matter. And then I will take the most of the water out and put the new one. And the whole process of setting up the aquarium before you put there any fish or shrimp is to all like balance out. So all the bacteria which we added, that's gonna settle and start to work. And after maybe like a week after setting up, week is like the soonest, I will add some shrimp. 3 days later, and this is how the tanks which we set up look like. So they're quite transparent. I mean, from the top you can see that the water is clear. It's nice. So what I'm going to do is only to take a little bit of water, like 1/3 or maybe 1/2, and change it for the new one. And then I'm going to wait maybe 3-4 days more, and after that we can add some fish. I took the part of the water out. As you may maybe see, here was the water level before, so just a little bit to change the water. And after this I'm only going to wait maybe like 3-4 days more, and I will add some shrimp to the tanks. Now that I have filled up the tanks again with clean water, I'm going to add a few more plants, something like this. So I actually created it myself. This one specifically is Anubias, barteri banana. If you are interested, this is Bucephalandra. It's a little bit red, as you can see. This is also Anubias, different type. So it's very easy to make. You just take the small growing plant like Anubias, like piece of it, and then you put it together with a rubber on the rock, or you can use also some glue if you like. I just don't have glue, so I put the rubber around, and this one is already growing without the rubber band on it. So let's just put them in. What's here? Yep, this one we can put here. Yep, and one more here. Yeah, and slowly, as you can see, there is still like dirt running around when I do some movement in the water, but that's completely okay. After a few days, which we still gonna wait, it will completely fall down and it will gonna mix with the gravel which we put in. And I need to plant this one as well. It's microsorium, and this is a Valisneria plant. And then I have just a few flowering plants. For you, when you are making this for the first time at home, you would need to actually go to some pet shop and buy some live plants, because that's the key of this. We want to create a low maintenance aquarium, hence it needs to be ecosystem. So there needs to be some plants consuming the waste of the fish or the shrimp. So plants are very important, and there needs to be specific aquarium plants for this. So the last thing what I'm going to add is a leaf like this. It's actually almond leaf, so it's tropical. It's good for the water quality. It a little bit gives
some kind of minerals and chemicals to the water, so it's beneficial. And also the shrimp, they like to feed on this. So if you don't have it, you don't need to add it, but I have it, so I'm gonna put it there. And maybe you can find in the forest some oak tree, and then you can collect the leaves from that, of course the dried ones. Then you wash them a little bit and put them in tank, just like that. It will float at the beginning, but in like day or two it will sink down. So this is how the aquariums look like after a week. So they seem to be pretty clean, all going good. So just maybe you don't see that much on the video, but I can see that the water is a little bit brown and slightly green. So I'm just going to change half of the water. This is gonna be actually the last time, because tomorrow or maybe even today I'm going to buy a few shrimps for these tanks. I have actually decided to take out most of the water, as you may see. Now I'm just going to fill it up with clean water. Just a reminder, if you already have some fish or shrimp in the tanks, you cannot put directly tap water inside. You have to leave the water in the basket or somewhere to rest for at least a day, so the chlorine which is in the water, it can get out. So now, since I don't have any fish or any shrimp in there, it doesn't really matter what kind of water I put there, if I wait or if I don't. Now I have changed the water. I think it actually looks a little bit better. The water seems to be much clearer. You can see also that the water doesn't get dirty anymore much. It doesn't get much dirty anymore. It is due to the fact that it reached the balance, the tanks, very slowly. Here I managed to catch a few. It seems like I only have 5, but it's hard to see because there is just like so much moss in this tank that some of them might just come up. I don't know, maybe they are hiding somewhere in the bottom, but this is how they are. Very nice. They don't seem that much blue as dark, but that's just because of the lighting. If I would get a better light, then they surely will look like blue. Maybe you can see that a little bit. The day has come and I bought a few shrimps for my tanks. So in this one you can see it's called crystal red. So they have white and red stripes, as you can see. And then here I bought a bunch more of the blue ones. And for a small tanks like this, without any filter, any heater, no light, nothing, like low tech, I would also recommend to actually get shrimps instead of fish, since the shrimps are happier in lower temperatures and the fish usually require at least 25 degrees, but the shrimps are happy with like 22 or even 20, but it shouldn't go below 20. Now when you get a shrimp, so what you should do is to put the whole one into the tank, as you can see, and let them acclimate like this in the plastic bag, so the temperature inside the bag and outside in the tank will equal. When they equal, you can release them. So typically, oh, these ones are really active. Typically I would let them sit there for at least 15-20 minutes, and after that you are free to release them. Now that I'm watching, actually I see one very small shrimp. I don't know if you can see that or if it will zoom. There is one very small one which I think I got by accident over there, so that's always good. to have a little bit more. Alright, so hopefully all the shrimps are here. You can even see the small one which I was talking about. The big ones are hidden in the moss, as you can see. Now we are just going to release them into the tank. Also with the moss, yeah, sure, it doesn't matter much. And we repeat the process for the other ones. Now all the shrimps are in. They're kind of hiding already. Here you can probably see a few going around exploring the places. So now we have done all what we should have done, and the only thing what they need right now, it's time and patience. So be patient with this kind of hobby. It's not that you're gonna succeed at the first time. You might, though. It's not that difficult, but also like there can be some issues which Mother Nature posed on you. So be patient, and maybe if it doesn't work for the first time, give it a second try, and you will be successful then. In terms of food or what these shrimps need, they actually don't need much because most of the stuff they eat is already there. So they eat maybe some dead plants, some bacteria, microorganisms, algae, but they also like to have some more food to get some proteins in their diet. So you can just buy some regular fish food for like aquarium fish, or you can go and buy some special food which is meant to be for aquarium shrimps. It all goes good. And if you buy food, remember that they are like centimeter or too big, so they're gonna eat very little. So better not feed them than to overfeed them. If you overfeed them, they most likely gonna die because the water quality will just go down. So be very careful with the feeding. It will be just enough to feed them once every 3 days, or maybe even once a week, just very little. They will have plenty of things to eat in these tanks. So we're gonna just leave them be, and I will update you guys in about a week how are they doing, and if we have any deaths, or if they're just happy and going to breed. Now, after almost 3 weeks, I want to give you an update on my little tanks. So as you can see straight away, this one has clear glass, or the plastic is clean, and this one is overgrown with algae. So the only difference is that here is a snail. So I wanted to show you how can snails help your aquarium to be clean, and they also eat like lots of other stuff like dead plants, and they are very beneficial, at least for small tanks like this. Now I have also added a few small baby fish. Maybe you can see them. They are in both tanks. I just added them yesterday because they've been born only yesterday, and I think that the small fish will really help this aquarium a little bit. They will eat some organisms, some like insects, like water insects, which are there, and some of them might be harmful to the shrimp. And as far as the shrimp go, so here I actually have lost almost the half of them which I had there. So I had 10, now I have like 5. I literally don't know what's really happened there, but that's the aquarium hobby, that's how it is. Sometimes it can happen, but there are still a few shrimp left. I don't know if I can see them now, but they're very good at hiding. No, not right now. And here I have
the shrimp were actually being much better here. They were all good, as you can see. There is one, for example. I just saw all of them in the morning and now they are hiding, but you can see there is a few of them. So this is the update from 2 months since its establishment. As you can see, the shrimps are still very much alive. They are moving, so there is an action. I still have these small fish here, which also have grown a little bit. But what I want to show you is the other tank. I little bit cleaned the glass or the plastic from this side, so we can see actually. And here, I don't know if the phone can focus so much, but there is like lots of like baby shrimp. They are all around the tank. So like before, the blue shrimps were not doing so well, so actually like almost half of them died, and these red and white crystal shrimps, they've been doing better. Well, now the situation changed again. I hope I gave you a little bit of inspiration of maybe what to do at your home, some project. And well, if you liked it, well, hit the likes button, and of course all the questions which you might have, please leave them in the comments. I will be very happy to answer all of your questions which you might have. And as you can see, it's doing really well, so have a great day, and we'll see you at some other videos.